In the early hours, a lone camper awoke in a forest marked with bear warning signs when something heavy pressed against his tent. As he goes to check, his worst fear quickly became real. He yelled until the bear backed off, escaped without a scratch, and with footage of the scariest moment of his life.
Não, é uma pessoa, tô vendo aqui no zoom da câmera, gente, ele se jogou!
On June 21st, 2025, a sunny morning in southern Brazil turned horrific. 21 people, 20 tourists and a pilot, lifted off in a hot air balloon above the Praia Grande canyons, not knowing it would be their last ride. Minutes after takeoff, a small blowtorch flared inside the basket, and the entire hot air balloon erupted in flames. The pilot began an emergency descent and instructed everyone to jump when they were close enough to the ground. As the basket neared the earth, 13 passengers jumped out, suffering fractures and burns, but surviving. With their weight gone, the balloon, still burning, rose again, carrying 8 people afloat, leaving them with almost no chance of survival.
Tem gente pendurada, gente. Não, é uma pessoa, tô vendo aqui no zoom da câmera, gente, ele se jogou!
Jogou porque tá pegando fogo.
Ai, Evelyn! Tem mais um!
People on the ground could only watch in horror as the giant balloon rose higher, the flames growing larger, until the fabric above finally gave out. 13 people, including the pilot, survived with injuries. 8 others died from burns and from the fall. Investigators later found that the fire most likely started in the propane heater, and that it was a tragic accident, not sabotage.
Faut faire gaffe, il y a l'arrimée ici! Au chaud devant l'arrimée! Merde! Non!
This is Edouard Bozon. He wasn't a stuntman or a movie hero. He was a French software engineer from Chamonix, obsessed with skiing steep alpine routes and filming them for his YouTube channel. In 2019, he and 3 friends dropped into the Capucin Couloir, a narrow glacial chute in France riddled with hidden crevasses, for an adventure. They'd lent their rope to another group and chose to ski first. They began skiing over what looked like a smooth, endless blanket of snow. Excitement took over. Then, Edouard's partner above triggered a small loose snow slide. That harmless-looking slough turned deadly in seconds.
Faut faire gaffe, il y a l'arrimée ici!
Oh putain! Balance, ça balance!
Au chaud devant l'arrimée! Merde! Non! Non! Ah! Aide-moi! Je crois que je me suis niqué le genou, vite! Ça va tomber! Non, putain!
The snow shelf collapsed beneath Edouard, and his helmet-mounted GoPro caught it all.
Putain, merde! Viens me tirer! Ah, je me suis niqué le genou, je crois. Faut pas que tu te mettes en dessous de moi, sinon il y a tout qui me tombe sur la gueule. Préviens les autres.
Putain, j'ai 0 corde, mec! C'est très dangereux là.
Faut que tu dises aux autres qu'ils fassent gaffe.
After minutes of failed pulls and fearing a full collapse, Edouard ditched his skis, and despite a torn knee ligament, he clawed at the walls as his partner lowered a rope.
Okay. Allez, allez. Oh, allez, bon. Allez, c'est bien. Ah, j'ai mal. Allez, super. C'est prêt. Attends. Va pas par là. Ouais.
Minutes later, a medevac lifted him out. After the hospital and rehab, he was back posting ski and climb clips. Within a year, Edouard Bozon's crevasse fall became one of YouTube's most watched mountaineering videos, a stark reminder of how close he came to not making it home.
Hey, don't jump! No, that's a shark! That's a shark! That's a baby shark!
Meet Madison Rorex and her friends. Madison, a teenage YouTuber, set out on vacation with her crew. They chose a classic tourist adventure, parasailing, sitting in a harness as a parachute opens behind them, while a speedboat tows them into the sky to float over the ocean.
All right, ladies.
No! God.
Smile.
Don't think about one right! Oh my God, we're so high.
It was all sunshine at first, soaring, laughing, phones up, filming the moment. Then the vibe shifted. From above, the girls spotted shapes moving in the water below.
Can we look at the camera? There's a baby shark somewhere. Where? They said they saw one. No, stop. Shut up, you're freaking lying. I don't feel like my... That's a shark. That's a... Where? It's right there. Yes, it's right there. No, don't dip us in. Bro. I feel scared. Yes, I just saw a freaking baby shark and I don't feel secure. And if I fall, I'm gonna get eaten by a shark.
Then things got real. The boat crew did what parasail operators often do for fun, slowed the boat and lowered the chute, dipping Madison and her friends toward the surface, unaware they were lowering them into shark-filled waters.
Hey, don't jump! No, that's a shark! That's a shark! That's a baby shark! Oh my God! There's five sharks! There's 6! We're going down on the sharks, y'all! No! Don't get us in the water! Oh my God, I'm passing out. I'm passing out. I just passed out. Whoa. Sharks! There's sharks!
They made it back to the dock, hearts racing, legs shaking. The shapes below, likely reef sharks, curious, not attacking. They escaped with no injuries, just a viral clip and a story Madison Rorex and her friends will tell forever. It started as an ordinary hike. A climber was descending the steep, rocky spine of Mount Futago above Chichibu City, Japan. The ridge was narrow and loose. Only wind, the crunch of gravel, and his own breathing for company. Then the silence broke when something incredibly dangerous lunged at him. A black bear lunged from behind the rocks. The climber screamed, swatted, and kicked until it fled. He had wandered too close to a mother's cubs. Later, safe at home, he uploaded the footage to YouTube. The video went viral overnight. Viewers stunned by a lone climber fending off a bear with his bare hands on a narrow ridge. He walked away with bruises, and a story no one believes until they see the video. On Saturday, October 11th, 2025, in Huntington Beach, California, Eric Nixon, a Southern California helicopter influencer known for aerial stunt videos and beach flyovers, was flying his Bell 222 with one passenger during the sunny Cars and Copters on the Coast event when disaster struck.
Get in! Get us in there! Hey! Go! Go! Come in! Get up the way! Ricky, go! Go!
The aircraft snapped into a spin, its tail breaking off before it slammed into a beach staircase. In the wreckage, 5 people were injured, 2 on board and 3 on the ground. Among them was 11-year-old Oliver Holland, pinned beneath debris as his mom and dad watched in disbelief. Bystanders heaved metal with their bare hands until firefighters reached the scene. Miraculously, all survived. Oliver suffered a collapsed lung and a brain injury and is facing a long recovery. The pilot broke ribs and crushed vertebrae and still somehow lived to tell the tale. This is Australian Terry Tufferson, and he's seconds from a shark encounter. Wearing a head-mounted GoPro, Terry decided to jump from Manly's Jump Rock, a popular spot where locals dive into the harbor his friends filmed, laughing and daring him to leap.
All right, let's do this.
As he jumped, he instantly wished he could take it back, because what he saw in the water was far beyond anything he was ready for.
All right, ready?
Holy shit.
His GoPro captured as he sprinted for shore, fleeing what looked like a great white shark beneath him. The YouTube upload went wildly viral as a near-death escape, until experts flagged a teleporting shark, mismatched lighting, and duplicate footage from another attack that week. The clip was traced to VFX artist Casper Mazzotti, revealing Terry Tufferson's moment as a clever edit, not a real encounter. It was a fake viral experiment testing how quickly people believe what they see online. Years later, despite thorough debunkings, many still swear it's real.
You don't want to get too close to the edge. Well, you know me.
At the top of California's Half Dome, a 4,800-foot drop to the Yosemite Valley floor, a hiker wanted a dangerous selfie, something bold. Most hikers avoid risky, dramatic shots at the edge. This hiker didn't. He went for the photo, and it didn't end well.
You guys are always telling me, get your selfie, but get home. You don't want to be getting too close to the edge. You don't want to get too close to the edge. Well, you know me. You know me. There it is. Selfie king, selfie king, selfie. Ah! Ah!
The half-dome fall clip went viral and was debunked just as fast. Uploaded by a YouTube user named Jimmy, it appeared nowhere in Yosemite accident reports. The channel itself labeled it AI-generated, a cautionary tale against risky selfies. Yet hundreds of comments still insisted it was real, proof of how easily a dramatic fake can beat the truth, even when the disclaimer is right there.
Jordan, I'm gonna push you. No.
Ready? Oh, that's so...
On August 7th, 2018, a group of friends gathered at Moulton Falls Bridge in Washington, jumping 60 feet into deep water despite warning signs. 16-year-old Jordan Holgerson stepped to the edge, scared, saying she didn't want to jump. Behind her, 18-year-old Taylor Smith counted down and then took Jordan's choice away.
2, 1, go. Go.
Wait, just go?
Just go. Jordan, I'm gonna push you. No.
Ready? Oh, that's so...
She fell, screaming, 60 feet, a brutal belly flop, then nothing. Bystanders and an off-duty EMT pulled Jordan from the river. 6 broken ribs, a punctured lung, air in her chest, a rotator cuff injury. She survived, but months of hospital time and therapy followed. The video spread within hours. Millions watched in disbelief. Detectives called it exactly what it was. Reckless Taylor, the friend who pushed, told police she only meant to help her friend conquer her fear, but prosecutors disagreed. She was charged with reckless endangerment, and she pleaded guilty. The judge sentenced her to 40 days, 2 in jail and 38 on a work crew, plus 2 years probation. On July 9th, 2018, a Soviet-era Mi-8 helicopter approached the high-altitude South Inilchek base camp in Kyrgyzstan, a glacier camp below the 7,000-meter summit of Khan Tengri, packed with climbers awaiting drop-off. The Mi-8's job that day was to deliver fuel, food, and medicine to mountaineers, and to give tourists a brief high-altitude fly-in before dropping them back down. But as the chopper approached the base camp, something went horribly wrong. A sudden side gust slammed the seatbelt-less passenger-packed helicopter to the ground. As the smell of fuel filled the cabin, everyone scrambled to get out, fearing the chopper could explode at any moment.
Move, please. Move. Are you okay? No.
All 15 aboard survived, but 6 were badly hurt, and 1 woman was later paralyzed. A second military helicopter evacuated the critical cases, and a Kazakh aircraft arrived later for the rest. The aftermath raised hard questions. Why was a military Mi-8 doubling as a tourist shuttle? And why does a country marketing a mountaineering paradise lack a dedicated high-altitude rescue fleet? The only eventual silver lining was that the entire crash was captured on a GoPro and uploaded, exposing the risks and, hopefully, pressuring organizers to establish a proper high-altitude rescue capability to keep climbers safe.
Jump! Leave your bags behind! Jump and fly! Jump and fly!
This was Flight EK521, and it is on fire at Dubai International Airport after a botched landing. If emergency crews don't act fast, all 300 people aboard could die. On August 3, 2016, Emirates Flight EK521 arrived from India with 300 people on board. The touchdown looked normal at first, but something was wrong. The jet had landed too far down the runway with a tailwind, and the captain, seeing this, quickly called for a go-around. However, because the wheels were already on the ground, the aircraft's logic prevented go-around thrust. The 300-ton aircraft then slammed onto the runway, scraping its belly, tearing off an engine, and bursting into flames, giving everyone on board only seconds to escape the burning plane.
Jump! Leave your bags behind! Jump and fly! Jump and fly!
The fire didn't consume the plane at once, giving everyone on board time to escape and slide down to the baking hot runway. All passengers and crew got out alive, but 9 minutes later, as firefighters battled the blaze, a fuel tank exploded, killing firefighter Jassim Al-Balushi, the tragedy's sole fatality. On the humid morning of May 19, 2004, deep in the grasslands of Kaziranga National Park, India, forest officers were tracking a tigress that had left the park for higher ground during floods and strayed too close to villages, killing livestock, prowling near huts, and terrifying farmers. What they didn't know was that this wasn't just any tiger. She was a mother searching for cubs rescuers had taken back to the park days earlier, and in the blink of an eye, within the towering grass, the hunter became the hunted. In a single leap, the tigress sprang about 10 feet onto the elephant's head. 25-year-old forest officer and Mahout Satyaban Pegu was mauled, losing 3 fingers before the elephant, Joymala, reared, trumpeted, and pinned the tigress in the mud. The cat broke free and fled into the jungle. Pegu survived after months in the hospital. The remarkably clear footage, well ahead of its time in 2004, became one of the world's first viral wildlife videos, immortalizing Joymala, the elephant who saved her mahout's life. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and watch this one.